Okay, I am streaming, I think. I think. Oh, yeah, I think. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I think. Oh, nice. Okay. Never streamed before, but it looks like everything's working. Okay. Chat here. Alright, I can see chat. There's probably a better way to do this, but I've never streamed before, so I don't know. Alright. Hello, MJ Gold, and hello, Dr. Juxi. Thanks for coming in. Okay. This is gonna take some getting used to. Usually I don't talk all that much at all, really, so streaming is something I'm a bit nervous about, to be honest. It's also not like video making, because you can't just delete something and then retake if you don't really like the way it sounds, so hopefully I've got my audio set up well as well. Thanks, Dr. Jaxi. Is that how you pronounce it? Like Dr. Jaxi? J, okay. Oh yeah, J. That makes sense. Alright. Guess I might as well get into predictions now. It's been a few minutes since I've started stream. What games are in? Oh, I've modified this sheet that Ant Frost uses. I've modified it so that it can show which games are in, but only after the event ends, when I paste the results in below to check how well my predictions did. That's one of the functions I added. Then it'll show which games got played. But as for now, I guess I might as well manually highlight these. Got BattleBox, bingo. Build Mart. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Build Mart. Meltdown. Parkour Warrior. Sands of Time. And to get to the other side, no, 6, 7, hole in the wall, that's the other one. Alright. I saw Ant Frost predictions earlier today. He did the predictions for the games that are not in the event, and I don't know. I feel like I kind of like predictions. One of the reasons I like them is so I can see the results, so I'm not sure if I really want to predict something that I know is not going to happen. So I'm going to get started with BattleBox. Reefy stats, I should pull that up. That's going to be, well, not all that helpful for this event actually, because this event is very, very coin split. Even BattleBox, due to the win bonuses, is far too coin split for Reefy stats to be too valuable here. But I mean, yeah. Oh, you know what? I can't even see. Eltar3, thank you for following. Alright, there we go. I just have to look in the correct place. Alright. Battle box. So the way I like to do team predictions, or any predictions, is to start from one end. It doesn't really matter which, either first or 10th, and work inwards. I don't really like placing stuff in the middle. That doesn't really make sense because I'm judging the teams in relation to each other. So normally I try looking for first place first, and then if I can't find teams I want to put ahead of all the others, then I start looking for teams I want to put behind all the others. For Battle Box, this is going to be tough. I think Lime looks pretty good with Dave, and then CPK and Martin. I'm not really sure how CPK and Martin do, but as second and third frags, they should be above average for their positions. So I think Lime is pretty safe to put in first. The other teams I'm really looking at are Red. I don't really know how good 4C is at... I know he's good at movement. I don't know if... He should be pretty good at PvP though as well. I mean, I guess I could check his block war stats. Well, yeah, okay, he's good at movement. I knew that. It's not really... Okay, this kind of looks like he played battle once, as far as these stats go. Yeah, that's a good point. Becky is good at PvP, so yeah. Red could even possibly be above Lime, to be honest. Oh yeah. I also want to look at Shadoon. How did Shadoon normally do at Battle Box? Open that as well. Shadoon's done quite well recently. Blank canvas, and that team wasn't even projected to be good at PvP, I don't think. Like Shadoon, Sparkles, Ant Venom, and Michael. That looked kind of weak to me on paper, so that's a good sign. I think, honestly, I'd put Red first above Lime. Hello, Shadow Wolfhack. Thanks to see you watching the stream. I'm glad I have people watching. Alright, next. I think this is going to be one of Yellow's better games. I don't know whether I'm going to put them in third. But honestly... Oh, but Purple could be pretty good as well. I think... Yeah. Kinda want to put Purple third, because... Again, this is going to be tough, because I don't really know exactly how good... Yeah, Cyan, I think... I agree, Jay. I think Cyan could do well, too. Like, Purple and Tapple is definitely high ceiling. And I've been eyeing them for top 5 for sure. Oh, good point with the map. I was watching Purpled... Or was it Ant Frost? I was watching both of them earlier. And I know at least one of them commented on the map, and I noticed that too, because it has an elevated center, kind of like Santa's sleigh, also like Doom, but the difference between Doom is Doom, the center is the highest point on the map, and this doesn't look like it in this map. It looks more similar to Santa's sleigh in that regard. I don't really know how easy it will be. Like Doom, it was hard to bow people on the center if you were not also up there, but I think it looks a lot easier to do that on this map. It still looks like rushing could be pretty easy though. So I guess I should look at, like, I think it was Antfrost who was, he acknowledged the possibility of rushing, and I think Purple did as well. Everything above the point is decorative. I mean, even like next to the ground next to the point is equal, I think. Where was the unblurred images? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that does kind of look decorative, I guess. Well, no, this looks like a staircase to the left, though, doesn't it? I can't really tell. It's kind of blurry, but this does look like a staircase to me. And if it is, that suggests, like... At the very least, like, this platform here, that's presumably right next to the spawn, is equal at level. You can probably just walk here, like a similar route to Santa's sleigh. But I don't know, yeah. It looks hard to like access the point without going here. So teams that take the initiative and go here first for the wool rush are probably going to be successful. Oh yeah, this going up the staircase does not lead to the point, but having... Like, if you were up on this rooftop, for example, it would be really easy to shoot down on the point. I'm not really sure, though. It's hard to tell where the staircase goes. It looks like there's a platform here, but that's not really good enough to combat wooling. And if it's just that, then yeah, the staircase is pretty bad. I think I should lean towards teams that might consider wool rushing. And Aqua might. I don't know, because I know Aqua Blank Canvas did with Pete's team. They actually won the game, I think, by wool rushing. So maybe we'll see that here. That was thanks to H, good point, yeah. And I guess that justifies Purple here even more. Purple has wool rush to fall back on. Otherwise, yeah. Aqua I could see placing low. I wonder about Feinberg. Feinberg does not seem like the kind of person to wool rush to me, and like he had a stat line from Haunted Hoedown where he had like 14 kills out of 15 or something on his team, but his team got dead last. What did his team do in Blank Canvas? Dead last again. And Feinberg did not get as many kills. I don't know. No, you're not crazy for saying blue would do well. I think that makes sense, to be honest, because Ant is definitely in tune with wool rushing. Like, I could see blue wool rushing. And I kind of want to fill out the top 5 with, like, blue and cyan. I don't know which order to put them. I think I'll put cyan above blue. I'm not really sold on SB, that's the thing. Like, as he definitely hasn't streamed any training, and from Antfrost stream, I don't think he has even responded to Antfrost for like a date where he'd want to train, so I'm not sure. How good is Lagundo in PvP? I think he's more of a movement player. I'm not really sure. In Rising. How did he do in Rising? Yeah, Rocket Spleef Rush was his main game. Oh, there's only... Oh, we did well in Battle Box. Yeah. Also, yeah, I know what he did in Extraction, and that's really interesting for Meltdown, actually, because I already thought, like, Shane and Owen, they could be good. Like, Owen had a really good Meltdown last time. Last time Shane and Owen were on a team together, they did awful in Meltdown and lost, and it was Shane's worst individual performance ever. Also on an Orange team. Somehow Shane gets these really strong teams on Orange. Every time Shane's been on Orange, I've thought his team would make Dodgebolt, and they never have somehow. Once again, Shane's Orange team looks quite good, but I don't know. Actually, that reminds me, I forgot to do this. Rating teams at first glance, before we get into the game stuff. Orange looks like the best. 35 Meltdown was an incredible game from 3 teams and 3 teams only. Yeah, well, a really incredible game for 1 team, and then 2 other teams had good performances. That pink performance was really good, though. That's 5 coins off the Cannon record, which is blue 24. The all-time record is, of course, cyan 27, which I don't know. I know everything's canon nowadays, but some things like cyan 27's Meltdown records, it's like, that kind of has an asterisk. Pink 35 is Mickey OP? I mean, like, I guess. I wasn't sold on them being OP before the event, even though they looked strong. But yeah, they did really well in the PvP games. Pink 35 was balanced because Hannah and Wally were not performing well in the events prior. Even Dave was a bit inconsistent, but Hannah in particular had like 3 straight placements below 20, I think. And Wally was placing around there as well. Anyway, so what I think of these teams, first glance, purple looks pretty weak. I mean, I don't know, purple, as weak as they look, I feel like they could surprise me. Well, it's not a surprise if I know there's potential there. But Ghosty definitely has improvement potential, and Pyroscythe is an unknown, but I think he can do pretty well. He's been on MCCI already. Yeah. Yeah, Pete having a good Meltdown and then making Dodgebolt would have been really, really cool. Especially the way it ended, too. Like, it ended with Pete winning the round as a solo, but the moment the round ends, they still lost because they were trailing Cerulean going into the game, and they still lost to Cerulean in terms of the game score. So that's kind of sad. Yeah, Pete recognized that. He saw the game score, and it's like they're still behind Cerulean. Alright. 9th? I'm gonna put Pink in 9th for now, but I know Etho... This isn't really first glance information anymore, but given the game lineup, I think Etho can do actually quite well. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pink go higher after I'm done with games. Then there's Aqua, who again is probably going to end up going higher when I'm done with games, but for now I'm going to put them right here. Second, I like the look of Red a lot. I think they can be... This is my pre-game announcements dodge bullet for sure. Orange versus red. I think Shadoon and 4C is really, really strong together. Becky is a really good third frag. And yeah, Michaela's a pretty good fourth frag as well. I wonder how the games will benefit them. I think it might... The 3-team games will be tough for them, but otherwise they should be really good at movement. 3rd through 5th. The rest of these are the hardest time, really. The hardest for me to predict, I think. I like the look of green. Some people say Feinberg nerf team, but I don't know. Feinberg's just really, really good, so some people call it a nerf team, but I call it a balanced team. I think green's likely to get top half, and quite possibly going to get dodgeball as well. Purple last at first glance? Yeah, it's just a strong event, and like purple is lacking in high-end players, really. Like every other team has a player that you expect to place top 10, and purple doesn't have anyone. Like it has people that could place top 10 on a really good team, but yeah. Also, if Parasite was more experienced, this would be more balanced, I think, because Parasite, I'd say, has the potential to be a top 15 player, probably, but it's his first event since 2023, so... Green was looking like a nerf before game reveal? Yeah, I get it. I still think it's a pretty good team though. Like I also think like Tubbo's a bit underrated these days, as well as Elena. I worry for Yellow, yeah, so do I. Funny thing is Yellow looks like... Lime looks pretty good. I had Yellow up here at first glance. Now, knowing what the games are, I'd put Yellow down around 8th to 10th range, but this... I'm trying to do the first glance, like, truly first glance. And this just leaves Cyan and Blue, and I think I settled on Cyan 6th, Blue 7th, because I don't really... Yeah. Just because I don't think SB is gonna be... He's not going to return to his Season 2 form, I don't think. I'm hopeful he gets top 20. I mean, he should get top 20. Hopefully he gets top 15, but I'm not sure. I typically watch Ant Frost, so I might end up watching Blue. Yeah. I mean, Yellow, even just like before games were revealed, every time I looked at Yellow, I liked it a little less. But these games are really rough because there's no Rocket Spleef Rush, there's no Sky Battle. And those are the two games that I really thought Yellow would excel in. Alright, I'm gonna quickly grab water and I'll get back to the Battle Box predictions. Alright, my dog has entered my room. I don't know if you can hear her. Yeah, Etho has been grinding Island, and seeing the games, I'm definitely a believer that Etho can at least third frag. Because, like, this is pretty much entirely coin split games, and then there's the Island movement games. So I expect Etho to perform, like, possibly even a top 20 player in those Island movement games, and his team looks pretty good for the team games, so I think Etho's going to do quite well. He's being balanced as a third frag apparently. Yeah, that seems appropriate given the game lineup. I know Scott has knowledge of the game lineup prior to the event. I don't know if he takes it into account when making the teams. I'd assume not, but yeah. If he did, then he did a good job with Pink this time. Because otherwise it was looking a little bit weak. But I don't know, looking at the game lineup, it looks pretty good now. Alright. What's the rest of Battle Box looking like? I have to place green, yellow. I should put yellow here. Alright, you're getting kicked out of the room. I don't know if you could hear that, that was my dog barking. Okay. Pink, green, and orange. Oh, I feel like I have orange a bit low, but I don't really know who'd I drop. Okay, I'm going to assume orange this time is worse than orange 35 in PvP, so I guess I'll check how orange 35 did. I mean, I'm taking stats from 2023, I don't know how smart that is. They did pretty well though. Although, Becky first frag, yeah. I don't know, it's a high comp event, so I don't think it's that unrealistic for orange to get 7th. Maybe I'll put them ahead of yellow. No, yellow looks... yeah, yellow has good stats. But I'm not sure, they don't... None of them look like... None of the players on yellow look like they're really good at, like, team coordination, that's the issue. So they keep sliding down my rankings and everything. I don't know, I'll keep yellow here. Then it's green and pink. Yeah, I don't know. Fine doesn't have a great track record in Battle Box with these seemingly underpowered teams. So I'll put pink in 8th. Oh, and I have these... I added this now to the sheet as well. That'll show placement average. This is helpful for determining my final predictions. Fruit Factor could pull some shenanigans? Yeah, definitely. You expect first to be a 7 out of 9? I mean, 7 out of 9 seems like a pretty standard first. Some of them, depending on the map, some of the like wackier maps, or even you see like 6 out of 9 sometimes. I think in Doom, like, the winning team had a 5 out of 9 or something. The first time it was played. It's really wild, and there's 3 teams with 6 out of 9. Yeah, there's some cool Battle Box stat lines. I really like looking at those sometimes. MCC 24 is a funny one. MCC 4 had, or 24, had an 8 out of 9 and a 7 out of 9. Blue and yellow. And then everyone here had either 3 or 4 wins. I think like these were all 4-win teams. Except for orange was 3 wins. Green was 4 wins. Was orange the only 3-win team? Yeah. Doom was wacky? Yeah. I mean, I kind of like Doom. It would probably be miserable to play on Island or even as a tester, but seeing the participants have a challenge, like a unique Battle Box map, I like watching them play that. Yeah, another thing, a funny thing about MCC 25 Battle Box, Green 25, they never fully died in any round. Like, they were always left with at least one player surviving, but they only won 5 rounds, I think. And they ended up getting 4th, despite never fully dying in any round. Because they just kept getting wooled, because they didn't really realize the power of holding the center. I think JoJo nearly had an ace and was like 1 bow shot away from Kara, but because it's so hard to shoot up onto the center, she wasn't able to get that, so she just barely missed the ace. That was pretty tragic. Doom is the start of leaning towards more full-built bow spam maps, I guess. I mean, I think like the bow spammiest map I feel like was Ships, which is prior to Doom. Ships was a weird one. I really like the wool rushing strategy that Aqua 22 came up with. That was really cool. Like, I like when teams have a wool rush strategy that's not just all 4 players swarm wool. That was really cool, the way Aqua locked down the side, sent Green down the center to cause a distraction, and then sent Scar. And because the opponents were distracted on all 3 fronts, they just couldn't even handle 1 person wooling. That was really cool, and I like trying to figure out wool strategies on different maps where stuff like that is possible. Yeah, I was hyped as well. I watched Aqua 22 live, so that was really fun. Yeah, Leaping Potions. Leaping Potions also, I know Fruit used those in MCC 19 on Santa's Sleigh. That's harder to pull off, obviously, because you can't run that distraction nearly as easily, especially on, like, the back. But Fruit's good at movement, so you just dodge people's arrows. Alright, bingo but fast. So this is the first game where the stats are gonna be really bad on Reefy stats. But I kinda agree with the Aqua first. I think I'm comfortable placing Aqua in first. They seem like an overall good bingo team. Like Pete and Sparkles were an important part of that blank canvas, or no, 4KO bingo. And then Zeus did really well in Nether bingo as well, I think. Or he did pretty good, so I'll put Aqua first. Aqua, Green, Orange, all top 3 is accurate? Yeah. I could definitely... Is there anyone else? Not really. No, I think Pink could break into the top 3, actually. I might kick Orange down to 4th and then put Pink and Green in some combination of 2 and 3. I wish I had the completion stats easily accessible so I knew better like how the individual players do. But I think Scott's pretty good at it. So Pink here's 3/4 of Cyan35, who won the game. They had Cub instead of Etho. Cub's obviously an upgrade over Etho and Bingo. I wonder how their stats went. Their completion stats. I might have to look this up on a different window because I do not have the power rankings bookmarked. Okay, it looks like Jimmy was the 4th frag for TO35, and Scott was the 1st frag. So pink's a bit weaker than them, it looks like. You'd have pink 4th and Cyan 5th? Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of want to put pink... I mean, Shane's pretty good. I don't remember how good Owen is at bingo. I could definitely... You know what? Yeah. Orange 3rd does make sense. And that puts pink in 4th. Etho didn't have a very good bingo. Neither, like, none of Ty's had a good bingo back in 4KO. Like, people expect survival experience to be, like, automatically make someone a good bingo player, and it really helps, but it's still, like, a faster pace, or, like, I don't know, it's just a situation that survival players don't really handle, even if they do have, like, crafting knowledge and stuff. So it's hard to gauge sometimes. And yeah, green 2nd makes sense. It's much more about time management, yeah. And like, I think even like the event players kind of play it wrong. They like tunnel vision on individual goals too much, whereas I think if you ignored racing for individual objects and tried to collect all the things in one area, it does require some attention to detail to make sure you're getting everything on the card from that area, but if you do that, I think you'd have a lot easier time of completing lines. Just by sheer volume of challenges completed. Think speedrunning is better for most of the team games in MCC rather than survival Minecraft? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it just gets you into like habits. I mean, I don't know, speedrunning just makes people mechanically skilled, I guess, and mechanical skill is really good in even most of the team games. Even Railroad Rush, just the way like you see someone like Fruit traverse the map, like with the construction blocks. Right. 5th, I'm considering Cyan again because Purple is definitely good at the game. And Tapple, I think, is alright. Railroad Rush is probably the game that has the least effect on, yeah, but even so, like, Railroad Rush is still... I mean, it's not necessarily important, but it's still nice to have. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna put Cyan in 5th and then start filling out the bottom. And who do I think is gonna get last? I think... Oh, it's hard to gauge. I do not know how good Ghosty and Pyro are at bingo whatsoever. Tapple's not that good at bingo? Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he was on Purple Haunted Hoedown, which was like a really, really bad team game team. And I watched Tapple's bingo, and I honestly, it might not even be the worst performance there. Everyone on that team was just so bad at it. And given the scale of the scores, it was actually absurd. Purple got 385, but look at how inflated these scores are. Just because the game was so easy to collect lines. Like, 8th place got 1,000 coins, which is normally the median amount. So 385 out of 13,715 is really, really bad. But just the fact that the team has Purple done alone should make this team better than Purple Haunted Hoedown. And I think... I don't know, I feel like Shelby should be able to do alright. I don't know if Catherine's ever played bingo. I mean... Yeah, I don't know when Catherine's played. 14 and Ender Cup. Neither of those had bingo. But all the other options are kind of iffy as well to put next. Yeah, I have no idea how these newcomers will do in bingo, so this is kind of... This is gonna be tough. I think I could put red last. Yeah. An individual team game, that makes sense. Like, pretty much everyone plays like it's individual. I don't know, I'm not confident with putting anyone in last because I don't really know. I don't know how good 4C is at bingo. I don't know how good Gracie or SB are. I don't know how good Pyro or Ghosty are. I don't know. I think Dave's pretty good at bingo. I think it's his best team game. Martin I'm unsure of, but I don't think Scar's that good, and CPK is not good either. I feel like Lime should probably be below Purple, maybe? You think Lime gets last? Yeah, I could see it. And honestly, I might just do that, because they have certainty that they're kinda bad, whereas the other teams I'm not that familiar with. I think I'll go red and then blue. Because yeah, blue does not have much experience with bingo either, and Ant is not amazed when he's played. That leaves just purple and yellow, and I think I'll do it like that. H-Bomb, I know he had that stat in Season 1 of never losing a bingo, and then he ended up losing a bingo. The next time he played it, I think he got dead last in Pride 23. You put purple above Cyan. That makes sense, honestly. Yeah, I could probably move Cyan down. I don't think I'd want to move Cyan below yellow, but I could see Cyan being below purple, that's for sure. I don't know, I feel like there's going to be a big gap right here between 4th and 5th. Anyway, on to Build Mart. Orange. Orange is going to be really good at Build Mart. Sniff and Shane are from the first place team in Blank Canvas. And then Owen should be good at it, and I think Legundo should be good as well. So yeah, Orange looks really strong. And then... yeah, less than half the players. It being new, I kind of want to put like blue there just because Antfrost, I know he like thought about strategy, and I think that already gives them the edge over a lot of teams. Etho actually said he was VOD reviewing Build Mart. I hope he was VOD reviewing Pride 25 because it's different in all the other versions. But I think I'd put Pink second just because Scott's really good at Build Mart. And I don't think anyone there is bad at Build Mart. You think new Build Mart is a game fine could solo carry to like 5th or 6th? Yeah, I'm thinking... I mean, I think isn't Tubbo pretty good at it as well? I expect to place green top 5 here. Or just who else? Blue is another team, and Aqua. I think blue, Aqua, and green are going to be some combination of 3rd to 5th. Just a question of where do I place things. I think I want to put blue third. Although, I mean, let's check. Tubbo stats. Oh, this is not build art. $168, that's not good. I mean, yeah. Oh, blank canvas is interesting. That was both Tubbo and Roscumber on a team that really did not look that good at build mart on paper. You know, I think I could place green. Okay, I'm gonna put aqua here, and then I think green and blue are gonna be third and fourth. Based on no statistics, you think red does surprisingly well in this game. I'm not sure about that. I know Shadoon was part of that really bad build mart team, the Spanish team, back in Party 2. Obviously that has 3 newcomers, but I feel like a good individual player could get higher than 300 unmultiplied on their own. Just with like 3 players you've never played before. I think I'll put green in third, and then blue in fourth. And that brings us to the bottom. This might be another lime last. Oh, well, yellow looks like a tempting last place team as well. And then there's purple, which I'm pretty sure Purple Party 2 didn't do too well either. I'm going to be referencing Purple Party 2 a lot for purple this event. Yeah, that's atrocious. And there's also red. So that leaves, wait, I've marked 4 teams as pretty bad at build mart, which leaves Cyan as the outlier that's going to end up in 6th. I could see red getting last. I think I'll put yellow in 7th. Red last. And that'll leave, I think I'll put lime and purple. Foresee is carrying red's projected build mart performance. Yeah, Cyan Rising 2 did do well in build mart. Oh, that's really bad. I mean, oh, this is not good either, though. Lime, I mean, I don't think Scar's that great at build mart. I think this is just a result of being put on teams that are good at build mart. You can see Lime being 5th, 6th. I don't know, I feel like the top 5 look substantially better than Lime. As 6th? Yeah, possibly. Alright, I gotta take another quick break. I'll be back really shortly for Hole in the Wall. What do we think for Hole in the Wall? I think this is Yellow's best game by far. Are they first though? That's the question. Hole in the Wall. Now I can finally use Reefy stats. It should give pretty accurate information. Feinberg is at an unsustainably high number. I'm not sure if he can... Like, he can't really score much beyond this, but he can certainly go down from here. Aqua, Lime, Yellow. Yeah, Lime looks pretty good. Oh, I was also looking at... Red has really, really good stats when you consider, like, 4C should be better than this. And I honestly want to put Red in first, because this looks really good. 4C has never played Hole in the Wall, so he's got the newcomer stats. And if you project him to be like, I don't know, even 350 or something, that would put Red pretty far up. Yeah, 188 is what my newcomer stats are set to, so everyone who has not played Hole in the Wall in the past like 2 years or something is going to end up there. So like, given that and expecting 4C to place higher, he has played Island on stream, and I think he did pretty well in Hole in the Wall, I think. So I want to put Red up high. But then yeah, Yellow. Oh, one other thing, Yellow... Oh, Phil did not do well in Hole in the Wall last time he played it. Cyan might be a shoo-in for bottom 2 unless Shelby pulls a MCC 34. Yeah, I was looking at this team. Was it Hole in the Wall? Oh yeah, it was. I think overall this looks like a very strong Hole in the Wall roster, right? Like, okay, considering 1,000 is supposed to be the average, we've got Etho being severely underrated since he's an island grinder now. He's gonna get way more than the 100 coins it takes to push Pink above 1,000. Parasite and Ghosty both have the newcomer score, and I'd expect them to outperform that, because they're just good players. And like, they play Island and stuff. So this is a very high comp Hole in the Wall roster. And Cyan is just an outlier. Cyan is not high comp, they have Purpled as their top frag, so... Putting Purpled's team last in Hole in the Wall. That probably happens often. Yeah, I think I'll go from the top still. Next, Lime looks pretty good. Scar's score kind of surprises me because I never thought he was that good at this. That's still only bottom 5. His last 2 have been pretty good. Top 25. Hopefully you can keep that up. Well, I don't know about this event. This event, the competition is tough. Yeah. Lime just looks so good anyway, though. I mean, I've got to put them somewhere in the top 5. Oh, and then Blue Bats. Yeah, Michael's a really good player at Hole in the Wall, and then there's Gracie and SB with no data. SB wasn't spectacular at it. I don't know, he should still be decent. And then there's... I mean, Gracie should be playing Island. Maybe I put Blue in second. Yeah, I like that. I think I'll put Blue in second. And then I'll put Lime, Yellow, Aqua. Am I really putting Orange down here? I guess so. And there's so many good teams. It's like, oh, I don't want to put this team down here. And Pink, like, if Etho does well, that should be good as well. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look at people's stats. See where they're coming from. Because a lot of people are going to underperform this event relative to the scores that are shown here. Okay, CPK is pretty consistent. Martin's been doing quite well lately. And then Dave, he's been doing alright. I might have to consider yellow outside of this for now. Oh, but then there's green, and then yeah, orange really is a bottom 5 team in this roster, aren't they? I think pink, surely JoJo's does better than 265 though, right? Okay, 19th in Ender Cup is really bad. I mean, JoJo's done team practice though. I think green drops because Fine won't get that high. Yeah, I expect green to... That makes sense, because like... 634 is like normally the best people can really do. And also, one thing to know, Feinberg's score is propped up, I think, by Twitch Rivals San Diego, which did have multiple people surviving rounds. And that would actually not award as many points nowadays, because there's been a scoring change. That when multiple people survive a round, the winner's points are split between them, rather than everyone getting the full winner's points. Yeah, he and Fruit both got over 600 plus. They definitely survived a round in tandem together. Yeah, so if JoJo does better than her average, like 350, 400, and then Etho does better than his average, which should be like in the range of 250 at least, that would put this team really good. Yeah, I think I'll put Pink third here. I'm going to say Etho's Island is going to pay off and Pink's going to do well overall. Alright. I'm not sure why, like, I think False normally wasn't that great at Hole in the Wall, so it's kind of surprising to see her score. I guess I'm not too in tune with Hole in the Wall scores though, because that's still pretty low here. Modding Art, thanks for the follow. You'd be beyond shocked if Etho doesn't do beyond his average. Yeah, 60 coins, that's not going to be too hard. I think Lime Aqua is what I want to do. And then I shouldn't put green too low though, so I feel like green and orange in 6 and 7. I haven't placed yellow though. So yellow is a little inflated from, I assume Infinite Drift will score less than this. No, I have to put yellow here. And then I wanted what? Green and orange, which would leave purple 9th. That feels kind of wrong as well, but I can't tell what's right. Yeah, alright. I mean, hole in the wall usually doesn't have that much differential at the end of the day anyway, so like these predictions are kind of hard anyway. ETHO averages about 117 walls per win on Island. I'm not familiar with Island stats whatsoever. I do not play Island, so that sounds pretty good though. Oh, Meltdown. Meltdown is fun to predict, but hard, because any team is capable of losing Meltdown. However, I really like Lime and Orange for this. Lime, I mean, Dave's obviously really good, CPK as well, often, like... CPK is on a lot of high-scoring Meltdown teams. And then that leaves Martin as an above-average third frag, and then Scar as an above-average fourth frag. I think that's very good. What kind of metric is walls per win? Yeah, I mean, well... I see the units, and it looks weird. But it makes sense if it's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't surprise me that ETHO doesn't have his API enabled. He seems like a very private guy. Orange is a very interesting team in Meltdown because, like, Owen did really well last time. Lagundo hit 55 shots in Extraction last Block Wars, so that's also a good sign. And then there's Shane as the top frag, so Orange should do quite well, I'd expect. But anything can happen. Then there's Feinberg. Feinberg is really good at Meltdown. He's probably going to get first individual again, unless someone on Lime or Orange does really well. But even so, his team often gets fourth because of the way he plays. He likes to do that flank strategy, goes to a farther coin cache to hit someone from behind, which is really good for the kill stats, not so great for the team's coin stats. So he often ends up with like a fourth place team, but first individual 600 points. I still think Green's gonna get like third or fourth probably. And I don't see any teams that look really spectacular here. Except maybe Purple. Purple Party 2 did pretty well in Meltdown. Yellow or Cyan will likely win Meltdown? I mean, Cyan has a high ceiling. Yellow does not look like a good Meltdown team to me, though. Like, I had Meltdown just looking at the teams in my bottom three for Meltdown. Like, I had Aqua here. But then when I was thinking, I think it's, if I'm looking at the other two, it's red and yellow, I think, that are the other teams I put like pretty low in Meltdown. Yeah, I don't know what goes on in Tester Meltdown. I'd love to find out, but I don't really want to be a tester because I want to have the freedom to make videos how I want. Tester meltdown, you die and it makes you sad. I feel like old tester footage would be really interesting, but it depends on how much development a game has gone through. If it's still largely the same, it's probably not a good idea to allow it to be released. Like, tester metas can progress so much faster than the event metas, because, like, I assume there's... I mean, I don't know how many tests there are, but it's gotta be, like, 5 to 1 at least, which would be 5 times faster the testing meta progresses than the event meta. So, like, whatever the testing meta for Meltdown right now is what you'd expect the event meta to get at, like, I don't know, years from now. In 2030, possibly. And that's not even considering the fact that testers are probably bigger nerds overall than players are. Five is the absolute most, more like 2 to 3. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. I don't know, I just think about Sands of Time when I think about tests, usually. And I've watched those old Sands of Time videos too often. Like, there's so many old Sands of Time testing videos on YouTube from, like, MCC's 5 to 9. Those are fascinating. Epic, thanks for the follow. You've seen some testing Railroad Rush VODs that would feed families? Yeah. I can imagine what would be in the testing Railroad Rush VODs, though. I've done some experimenting on how minecart physics work, and you can do some funny stuff. Alright, I think red. I don't know how 4C is. I know Cyan Rising 2 did not do too well in Meltdown, though. It's just a tough game for people, like, with the background in Minecraft to fully grasp, I think. And, like, Shadoon is kind of hit or miss. I think Shadoon on a good team does well, Shadoon on a bad team not really, so... I don't know, I feel like red could do pretty poorly. Let's see, I think I want to put blue and pink here. Because I have purple and lime. Cyan 5th. I have purple and lime for 3rd and 4th, and I have blue and pink for 6th and 7th. And Frost is optimistic about his understanding of Meltdown and still put his team in, like, the middle. Which makes sense. I mean, SB I don't think is that great at it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put pink in 6th, blue in 7th. Red MET was pretty close to finishing full course. Yeah, they were on obstacle 11 of 12. I would like to see the Railroad Rush course get expanded. Like, there used to be only 12 obstacles, so it could only be 12 obstacles max, which is 4 rooms. They've added 6 obstacles since then, though, so I think they could expand the course to 5 rooms total. I think that would be a good length. Alright, I have to make a decision here. I think... Let's put Feinberg in 4th again. MET, that stands for Magenta E Trophy. That's the German MCC. You think blue as a whole is a wildcard? Gracie is getting majorly underrated. Yeah, it's hard to tell. All I really know is that she got, like... She placed, like, 18th or 19th, I think, on a fairly strong team in Rising. I expect her to be a roughly standard 3rd frag, I think, but she also won't have that... She doesn't have much experience either. Yeah, 19th. She did die early in survival games, which is tough, and she'd probably be like in the mid-teens if she didn't. Is it just you or is the stream not loading? Yeah, just you, I think. If they had another checkpoint beyond the current one, you doubt teams would finish an event. Yeah, I don't want teams to finish in an event. At least not the way they're playing. The way they're playing is like not that good, I don't think. I think there should be... They have to... Look, if a team full of newcomers can almost finish the course, I think it's too easy. I think... Yeah. I think one more room would be a good amount. I think it would be still plausible to finish if you're like really coordinated. And I think teams could fairly regularly get to the last room. You disagree? Railroad Rush is more about the theory than pure experience. I mean, yeah. But it still really helps to know what to do and have a strategy going in. I mean, obviously, like, the red team in Magenta E-Trophy was really smart. They were, like, speedrunners, I'm pretty sure. And, like, a full team of good players, which you don't see in regular MCC. Okay, I'm going for my third water refill of the day. I don't think I've talked this much in one day in, like, literal years. So I need a bunch of water to retain my voice. I should probably get a be right back stream, or be right back screen thinking about it. Because, I mean, if you have a face cam, you can just have the empty chair in the face cam. That does a pretty good impression of be right back screen. But I do not have a face cam. So if I leave, and someone were to join, it's like, are they muted? What's going on here? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I got the chat overlay for the first stream. I'm happy with that. I've got some things. I even, like, set up my audio for the stream. I've never done audio setup before. I just delete any takes I don't like when I make videos. That's my audio. Oh yeah, Blockware Speedrunner. That's the day after. That'll be fun. Alright, Parkour Warrior. This looks like another red first to me, I think. Forsey is really good at Parkour Warrior, so is Shadoon. The only issue with Parkour Warrior really is the hard ending. Like, the Haunted Hoedown hard ending was apparently too easy, so if we assume it's going to be harder, it's hard to project who's going to finish hard ending and who's not. I prefer to assume that nobody's going to finish the hard ending. So I just try to look at how many medium endings the team will get, and usually that does a pretty good job of judging how well a team will do. but it's hard. Do I have any ideas for next? I have so many ideas. Like, I'm not making the videos fast enough. Like, I'm moving at a sluggish pace, but like, given my current video making pace, I can make videos for at least like 5 years. Like 3 videos per year or something. I'd like to hurry up. I feel like my last video being about Meltdown, which is my favorite game, like, motivated me to keep writing the script. And this one's harder. Also, this one is like less thought out than all my previous videos. Like, the video I'm working on right now is just like, I thought of a stat and a way to present it. I'm like, oh cool, let's just do this. I didn't really think of much else, like an intro or anything, or that many key moments of the video like I did for stuff like the Sands of Time video or for the Meltdown video. Okay, so red looks like a really good team here. Forsty and Shadoon should be doing like 14 or 15 plus medium. Becky should also be doing medium, and Michaela, I think, normally does easy, but she's still pretty good at parkour. Otherwise, I like Lime as well. Lime is a pretty easy 3 medium. It does have hard ending potential as well, with CPK if that comes into play. Etho hard ending, no one is ready for it. Yeah, I'm not ready for the Etho hard ending either. Right now I'm really just looking for teams that could do 3 medium. You know, yellow could maybe. Pink honestly cannot. Etho's almost certainly the second frag in Parkour Warrior. Etho can probably do medium. Scott and Jimmy have never done medium as far as I know. You downloaded Twitch on mobile. Yeah, I've never dealt with Twitch mobile and I don't intend to. One time I watched Joel for MCC. I mean, just because I was not at home, so I was watching on my phone. I'm like, I do not want to open Twitch on phone. I'll just watch YouTube. So I was kind of forced into it. I didn't mind though. Joel's like probably would be a secondary pov of mine anyway. Okay, Aqua. Aqua looks really nice for this game as well. With 3 medium. I think Red Lime Aqua looks pretty good. And then Purple is also has 3 medium potential. The only really real issue for both Purple and Lime is Scar and Impulse both have like high DNF rates. But hopefully the 3 medium is gonna make up for that. I like Blue here too. Yeah, Blue. I don't know about Gracie. Hopefully Gracie can do medium. But Blue should be pretty good as well. Also, I don't know if Phil can do medium. Like, Amesy can do medium, I know that, and Fruit obviously can. I don't know if Phil can do medium. Or Lagundo. If Lagundo can do medium, that's also important. The day her team was announced, Gracie was grinding Parkour Warrior. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if she was doing well enough to, like, complete medium, though. I mean, there's still plenty of time to prepare. At the very least, you hear the stream? I mean, that's pretty good. So who's definitely not getting multiple mediums? Pink, cyan, green. Yeah, I might put green in last place. In between pink and cyan, I think or no, maybe, no, cyan, yeah, cyan will probably have a lower medal count than green though. I do not think Pink can get 3 mediums because, as far as I know, Scott and Jimmy have never gotten the medium ending. Like, I've checked some of their most recent Parkour Warrior and they get easy. And having 2 guaranteed easy is pretty nice, but yeah. For pink, in my head, it's just Jojo and Etho getting medium. And yellow, I know Aimsy's gotten medium before. Aimsy's gotten medium before. It's really Phil that I'm worried about. Although I guess he could do it. Yeah, so green, cyan. These could get thrown off by like good players DNFing. It's kind of equivalent to people dying in Sands of Time throwing off your predictions. But you just gotta be as accurate as you can be, and I tend to assume people finish, just as I assume people don't die in Sands of Time. Pink 8th. I think I'll put yellow 7th. I'm not entirely confident in their parkour. Orange 6th. I might be underrating them. I'm not really sure how purple will do in terms of medals. I could... No, maybe I'm being too harsh on orange. Like, Shane and Owen is quite good, and Lagundo should be fine. Orange, blue, purple? Yeah, that seems alright. Phil doesn't always finish where he bails. I'm unsure. Like, I'm not that familiar with Phil. All I know is that he did pretty poorly in Parkour Warrior Survivor, which is not really a good sign. I mean, I guess Aimsy didn't do that well last Survivor either, but I don't know. I'll keep yellow in 7th. I'm not really that confident in them this game. What I'm really not confident in yellow for is Sands of Time. They are getting 10th. I'm fairly certain, because they're going to have Aimsy sandkeeping. Aimsy is one of the people who doesn't just like sandkeep because it's like no one else wants to do it. Aimsy like actively wants to sandkeep. But that's gonna probably be an issue here, because that means Infinite Drift is going to be running, and I'm not sure Infinite Drift is going to be that good at it, just seeing their mechanics. I watched them play Island for a bit. Hi Pony RLs, thanks for stopping by. Aqua has Zeus Sandkeeper? Yeah, that's what I assume. Nobody on Aqua usually sandkeeps, but I think Zeus is most likely to do so. Thanks for the follow, Pony RL. You believe Zeus has sandcapped before? What event would he have sandcapped? I really can't think of one. Oh wait, no, not 4KO, that would be Gumi. I'll have to check Zeus's teams. Has False ever sandcapped? Yes, or has she? I'm not sure. She doesn't sandkeep though. Like, back during MCC Scuffed, that team had CPK sandkeeping with Pete, False, and Pearl running. Like, False definitely does not sandkeep. Maybe you're mixing him up in another simmer? Yeah, maybe. He does not sandkeep for the simmers, I know that. Okay, in terms of teams who will do well, these stats are going to be hard. Also, we've got funny stats. 0 for Lagundo, 0 for Pyroscythe. Aqua Axolotls being high makes sense, green being high makes sense, lime being high does not. So yeah, not quite sure what to make of this. I think Aqua first seems pretty safe. And... Don't know how good Elena is at running. I don't think she's amazing, but I don't know if that matters. Because who else is the competition, really? We've actually kind of got issues with runners here in high comp events. Pink. Pink should do well. Hopefully Etha does well. I think he did a lot better with ties actually than he did in MCC 33. Yeah, unless disaster falls Aqua's... Yeah, Aqua has to get top 3. Find bottom frag in Sands of Time. Oh yeah. The team games always have really funny results. You got 4 Rising players making up the bottom, all from Rising 2. Etho's been grinding Island as well, yeah. Well, we'll see how that translates to Sands of Time. I hope he does better than what he did in ties. And I don't think he was that bad in ties. Like, I think he was their best runner. You know what? We can review Etho's most recent Sands of Time, because H-Bomb reviewed it. Okay, is it here?
Good morning. Come back and let him out.
This is Etho. This has to be Etho. Yes.
Don't
Carpet on the right. Carpet.
sharing that, okay?
Border
Oh,
is
we
dead.
hit the link.
There's
We
nothing
can't watch it. We have to watch it with the H-Bomb as
here?
well.
H-Bomb, you
No.
want to play for us?
No, H-Bomb will VOD review this, and so
Yeah.
everyone says hi to H-Bomb.
Tango in trouble.
Oh,
Tango
no,
went
I
into a
see.
difficult room and got stuck on a
H-Bomb.
ladder.
Go easy on me, buddy. I've never played it before.
The
We're gonna
glory
be
is
so
Sands of
great.
Time,
You're gonna
Pink
be
Parrot
so
style.
proud of us.
We're gonna show you something you've never seen before, so
New
be
strats.
prepared.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
strats are going to be unfolded here.
Strat.
Be
All right.
prepared.
Who has to
Alright.
get the first
Alright,
key?
okay, Team
I'm gonna
Ties
take
is
back
pretty
right.
loud. I don't know if this is
Back
too
right, go.
loud.
Turn
or-
around, look at the...
Where's the other?
I got it.
Offhanded,
There's keys
EFO.
No,
I gotta do.
EFO.
There.
Oh, you took that sand.
EFO.
Here.
Yeah, just drop it.
Just
Yep,
click
yep,
the
yep.
F button.
Carpet. Carpet.
There's the puzzle right there. The word puzzle is straight ahead. Skiz, go ahead and you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not that great.
Remember, guys, I'm going to be collecting rusty keys.
Skiz, I'm dropping sand.
I hate how loud that is.
Okay,
After seeing like all the POVs, I think
Okay.
everyone's in agreement
90 plus 4.
that
This
Lever
team
on
should
the-
still be pretty good
He's
with
figuring this out.
Jojo and Scott running.
that just sit. But Tango came up. He'll pick it up.
What do we got here? Tango, I'm coming, buddy.
Okay, out of the maze.
I need it.
Did I go underneath you?
I need it.
I don't know. That's why I wanted you to know how to do this because I knew I was going to.
Right here, Bob. There we go.
Yeah, he's just moving slowly through the dungeon. I kind of have a grasp on how well he's going to do, I think. Which is... Yeah, maybe I'll put them below green. I'm scared for Jimmy Sandkeeper? I don't think Jimmy Sandkeeping has ever gone wrong. Okay, yeah, this is kind of hard. When we have hard... When predictions are hard, we go from the bottom. Lime, I do not think is going to be that great at this game. Red and purple also do not look that great. And cyan as well. I put cyan, red. Dave Sandkeeps now? He's Sandkeeped like once or twice, but only on a team where he can do that. He still runs normally. And he's gonna be running this time as well, I assume. You know what? I need to review Pyroscythe's VOD, because Pyroscythe ran in Rising 2. I'd like to see how good that was. I think he opened a vault. So Purple's in a really awkward position where Ghosty's never run, Pyroscythe's only run once. H-Bomb's good though. But they have a high ceiling. Because, like, I expect Ghosty to be pretty good.
Keep an eye on sand. Probably let me get the sand in the...
Okay, that's
Let's see how good Pyroscythe
Okay,
is.
I got the blue vault.
Right, start the
And he should be better, he
Just
should
like
be
while
less
you're
nervous.
finishing the first room. I do have another... I do already have two
This-
other
this
rusty
looks
pieces
good.
if
I found
any of you want them.
green vault.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's the one in the main room.
Okay.
That's probably the
Make a
one
little
I'll
dig.
do.
Guys,
Guys,
we
Onto the main room, there is a big sort of
Purple
like,
is divided with a team
like
that will
treasure room,
shock
so there's a
everyone and get
path under the
first,
main
in
room,
like
so just-
Sands of Time or overall.
That's
I
a
have a bunch of
deep one.
rusties already.
I can see them getting
if
first in
anyone
Sands of
wants
Time.
them. Just before you guys head off, I already have 5, so you just gotta let me
I don't know about overall.
Okay,
though.
I'm just doing an initial recon run, just trying to find
Yeah,
red
in
vault.
Sands of Time.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Like vault, like,
Oh,
we'll take a
right.
tunnel.
He's probably looking for like gold. No, he's looking for red
I
vault,
haven't finished
right?
scouting out the main
I
room
think
yet.
he went
so,
down red
as I said,
path.
again, 5 rusty keys if any. Vault as well. I'm just grabbing. That's good. That's good.
Blue vault.
Is full. Good teamwork, guys. We are killing it
Oh,
already.
what is this Pyroscythe?
Okay.
I found some up by the Sphinx. I should be okay for a little bit longer.
Okay, I got red.
Here
Okay.
we go.
One still. Do you see?
How much sand? Red one?
Check.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
Oh
I only
wait, do those.
From the blue one.
Or maybe 2. So we're still doing 6.
Alright, in the red path. Okay, once he's in a path, he's doing fairly well, I think.
I don't know, trouble.
I mean, he didn't get the sand.
Okay, awesome. Link, if you're nearby, do W
He's
something.
moving fairly
But if
quickly
not,
through
alright,
it.
all
I'm pretty close still. I have 3. I can bring you them, or I can go deeper.
I'd say bring them.
I'm on my way back. I can drop it.
Thank you very much.
And like the fact that he can
Probably at
crit
the
out
entrance.
mobs is
I'm not gonna go
definitely
all
a
the way
good
there.
thing.
That's all good. Yep, that's great. Thank you, guys.
I think I'm gonna put purple top half.
Link, are you upstairs? Is that where you dropped it?
No, I
Okay, here's the. Here's
I mean,
some-
yeah,
like near that.
Pyro's
Okay,
might
yeah,
not
got
be.
it.
It was a difficult path, but I don't know. He's not playing amazing, but it's his first time and he's nervous. He's got to do better than that. Purple. Sleeves. Blue. And orange. Okay, well Shane and Antfrost are both really good. Owen's pretty good, I think. SB was good, but he hasn't played in a long time. And then Gracie and Lagundo are rising players, so it's hard to tell. Part of me hopes they use the Rising 2 Sands of Time seed. Yeah, I'd like to see the Rising 2 Sands of Time seed as well. There's no way though. The Rising 2 Sands of Time seed is a. I think it's harder than like in season 4 onward. I think they increase the amount of sand. So the Rising 2 Sands of Time seed is probably going to be harder than what we're going to get this event. You'd like to see the MCC 5 seed? I want to see MCC 7. So one thing I heard just from like an admin, I think, when I was watching one of the really old tester VODs, is that there's only 2,200 coins in the MCC 5 dungeon, and they were going to increase the amount of coins as the game was played, which I found really weird, because like, why would you increase coins as the teams get better, instead of starting out with a high coin amount and then going lower? I want to see the MCC 7 seed. I want to see the teams like get 3,000, even 4,000 coins. That would be cool. Were they worried teams would sweep the whole dungeon? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Like 2,200 is ridiculously low. Yeah. Watching Green 7 live was magical. I wish I watched teams back when like people in general were more hyped for the event. Like obviously the quality of the event itself is a lot better, but like I think the community would have been really cool to be a part of back then. Okay, time to make a decision. I think... I'm gonna put orange ahead of blue. Oh yeah, MCC 16, Sign 16 had 2,000 coins collected, which was pretty impressive, but yeah, they lost a bunch. Finally, Tug Toss. This is another red first. This is funny. Red is first in 4 games, bottom 4 in 4 games. Red is a very polar team. I feel like yellow is also pretty good. Cyan? I'm not sure. I mean, Cyan is purple and Tapple, which is pretty good. They won't be getting any team bonuses, though. Maybe... You know what, I should pull up Reefy stats for this. I'm gonna get some actually useful stats here. Lime looks really good. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wow. Oh, right, because Martin's also really good at this game. Yeah, I gotta put Lime up here as well. I just think Red looks the best for team bonuses, and between, like, Shadoon, 4C, Becky, they should be getting some top 10s as well. So who else is good at this game? Yellow is a bit inflated from the Infinite Rift newcomer score. But it makes, like, Fruit Phil Amesy is still quite good though. Aqua? Well, you know what? If Michael's pretty good, I think blue. Yeah, I should put blue up here then. Like, as a 4th frag, I assume Michael's the 4th frag. Like, Bracy should do pretty well as well, and then so should SB. It was one of SB's best games, I think, back when he played. Which means blue should overall be good at this. Who is not good at this? Yeah, you know what? I could see Pink struggling. I don't know if Pink is going to get many top 10s at all. And I feel like Purple should do better than that. I might put Pink last in this. And Yellow 4th. I'm not sure about Green either. Green is a team I might put low. Purple gets a lot of team bonuses but doesn't get a lot of top 10s. I mean... Impulse is not an amazing bottom frag for team bonuses, although his stats here do look nice. They do have top 10 potential though, I think, like especially from Ghosty. Ghosty's stats are underrating her a lot. She had a really bad toss in Party 2, which brings her stats down a ton. Like, these are her stats, 35th and 6th, and I trust the Ghosty's a top 10 or close to top 10 player. Jarvik, thanks for the follow. You want to glaze that team? I want to glaze Purple as well. I like the look of Purple, and I'm definitely going to be watching like at least one of their VODs. I'm going to be watching like at least one of Ghosty and Pyro. They're a very intriguing team, and I want them to do well. I think they do have potential to get some top 10s in here. I don't know if I'd place them in 5th though. You know, I know Aqua's good stats, but for some reason I see Aqua. I don't know if they'll do well. I just have like this feeling. Yeah, the Clover teams don't do good in MCC. You know, Lime's shaping up pretty well, though. Is there anyone I want to place high? I mean, I could place Cyan high. And I want to place Orange high as well. I feel like Orange can do better than this. I'll go Orange, Cyan, Purple. And that leaves Aqua 8th, which feels weird, but I'm not sure. They just don't really have any high-end players outside of Pete. I think they're just going to miss out on those top 10 bonuses. You don't have faith in them doing well team-wise, but they can do okay in Div? Yeah. I'm hoping at the very least Purple can do well in Sands of Time. I think that would be fun to see. Alright, now get to do this. Okay, so I still have Orange and Red as my top 2 teams here. However, Red's top games are Movement, and Lime. Lime is really good at Meltdown. I don't really want to let, like, predicted game order to influence this, but a first in Meltdown is a lot more valuable than a first in Movement. I'm not sure. I could be underrating Red and Meltdown, though. That's the problem. I think Orange, Red, Lime seems accurate. I'm not going to simulate a game order. I kept this around in the sheet just as like a vestigial organ, I guess. I don't feel the need to remove it, and if I ever share this sheet, I'm not sure. I should probably get permission from the sheet's original creator if I wanted to share my modified version, but if I ever wanted to share the sheet, I should probably keep this in. What's my top 5 in Meltdown in order? I have Lime first and Orange second. Those are the 2 teams I think are really good at Meltdown. And then I have Purple 3rd, Green 4th. Those are interchangeable. And Cyan 5th. Parker Warrior can have crazy differential? Yeah. It can. Well, you don't really get one team having a big lead. They'd need to do really well to get that. The thing is, the team I think is best, Red, doesn't really have a chance at hard ending, I don't think. So, I'm not sure. Also, Blue 4th, that surprises me. I feel low on SB, but I've just put Blue pretty high. Yellow 10th makes sense. I have them low in the high differential games. Cyan 9th. That's a bit of a surprise. But, yeah. And there's 9th by a significant amount as well. And I've really made this hard on myself. 4th through 8th is like 0.75 average. Don't know if 4C will leave enough time for hard, but he's easily good enough to do it. Well, the problem is we don't know what hard is. Like, hard in Haunted Hoedown was too easy, so I assume it's going to be more difficult, and I don't really know how to project how well people will do. So I just automatically assume people won't do it. If 4C gets hard, though, if people get hard, that's exciting. I want people to get hard, but I don't want to assume people will get hard, because I feel like that'll just make my predictions worse. Because I'm assuming hard is going to be harder. Okay, let's see. I think Blue is kind of bad at the high differential games and good at low differential ones. I could see Blue being below Aqua. How about pink and purple? Also, why do I have green in 8th? I just noticed. Like, I thought green looks really good, but I just put them low in these games. That really surprises me, actually. I expected green to be higher, a lot higher. I've just gonna put them low in like Battle Box and Tug Toss and Parkour Warrior. I honestly, I don't know what to change, but I'm not confident enough that green will score that low to put them there. There's not much of a difference between them and pink and purple in my prediction, so I might just put green in 6th. No, I think Feinberg can do well individually. I just didn't want to bet on him getting like 600 individual in all these games and like... But I kind of have to, I guess. I mean, I guess green could go above aqua here, but... Yeah, I'm probably overrating purple. In Tug Toss, I could see like this happening. Yeah, I think I should trust the Feinberg individual more in like the individual games. Oh, but hole in the wall's too high comp. I'm not sure what to do about that. Yeah, green is dependent on fine carrying. I don't like projecting like just a player to do incredibly well, because that's gonna ruin my whole predictions if they underperform. As well as I have green like 7th in hole in the wall. The problem is fine stats are just going to assume he's gonna get first in like 2 rounds. Like, do I have to integrate that into my predictions? Also, I don't think Feinberg is going... Feinberg did grind Island like the first time he played. I don't think he's been grinding Island at all. I mean, he hasn't. He's been like doing speedrun stuff. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to assume Fein does worse this time. Shane is good at the harder ones, but does worse on the wall sets that are long, drawn out, and easy. Huh. I also have Shane down low, Shane's team down low on hole in the wall. Hole in the wall, just everything feels weird because the teams are all so good at hole in the wall. Abby Artemis, thanks for the follow. Anyway, with these updated predictions, I think, yeah, blue's going down to 6th. Blue is still 4th by a bit in these predictions, but I feel like I'm a bit high on them. Like, I don't want to be married to this. I want my predictions to try to account for any potential variance. So if I see I'm like putting a team low in, like especially low in high volatility games, I might want to bump them up a bit, for example, just because that'll probably make my predictions a bit better. Yeah. Also, like, one thing about hole in the wall, even if there's a bunch of competition in like the middle tiers, the top tiers are going to stay roughly the same. So I probably am underrating green and orange just because Shane and Fine should still be in contention for getting first place in the rounds. But I mean, so should people like Fruit and Pete, right? And at that point we get to the good teams that are overall have good stats, so it's hard. Anyway, now I'm left with pink and purple, and I think that makes sense. I'd like to see purple do better than 8th, but I mean, even 8th isn't that bad considering a lot of people have them in 10th. Yeah, hole in the wall. Yeah, I'm predicting a game that probably is going to have like, I don't know, 300 maybe between 1st and 9th, and then there's Sign, which is purple's team, so they're going to get like 600. Alright, well that's it for the predictions. However, I get to check my old ones automatically with this sheet. Oh, I just pasted everything. Okay, you are the template now. You are BG. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, let's delete these tests. And now I get to check my predictions, so I can for past events. I did not stream these, obviously, but I decided to make predictions anyway, because why not? Yeah, hole in the wall still being top 3, that really doesn't allow there to be much differential. And the fact that they like removed the, like they made scores shared now between survivors instead of giving everyone the bonus, I feel like that's going to reduce differential as well. It like prevents teams from getting high scores from like having multiple players surviving, for example. So I'm not really a fan of that change. Anyway. Should be able to do this. And that will show the average error in all of my games, as well as the difference from predictions in the teams and average. How are my Twitch Rivals predictions anyway? My most accurate was Parkour Warrior. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's pretty easy to determine a team's movement potential. You just look at Reefy stats, really. And my worst predictions were Meltdown, which is not surprising whatsoever. That is a hard game to predict. Yeah, Hole in the Wall is a much bigger impact than Sky Battle. Like, Sky Battle I'm fine with the split coins, because, like, teams are running up the score too much in that game anyway, so... like, that's fine, but Hole in the Wall, I miss the shared survival bonus. I think that's nice for differential. Like, it really rewards teams for having multiple people survive. Doesn't have a significant impact? I know it doesn't, but it's just like, it's hype when multiple people survive. Like, on the same team. When it's on different teams because the walls are easy, yeah, that's not as hype. Alright, Pride 25. What did I do here? This looks overall better. Oh my god, the teams. Yeah, the teams are really easy to predict for Pride 25, weren't they? 1.4 average error in Twitch Rivals, 0.8 in Pride 25. Oh yeah, MCC 12, that's like a pool of, what, 200 coins split between 10 people or something? Those players would get more coins if, like, just a few people died. Alright, I also have my prediction results tab here. Shows how good I am at predicting games. Have not had the opportunity to predict Sands of Time yet, sadly, but now we do. Yeah, or bingo. I don't mind that as much, though. I mean, bingo is hard to predict, and like, I just don't miss bingo as much as I miss Sands of Time. MCC 12 Hole in the Wall had 11 winners. Yeah, 12 and 13 both had a ton of winners. I bet those are like super reduced now. Like, they had high scores originally, and now they're gonna have low scores because they're missing the survival points, but there's no increase in the survival bonuses. So like MCC 12 Hole in the Wall awarded a total of 12,000 coins. It probably rewards like, what, less than 9,000 or something on rescoring? Yeah, 13 also had a lot. Oh, where's the survivors? Yeah, MCC 13 had a round with 7 survivals. But this is just ridiculous. Round 2 had 7 winners, yeah. Total is 97-16. Okay, that's not that bad then. Although... it's interesting that Hole in the Wall is now like capped at below 10,000. Twitch Rival San Diego. Yeah, that was only like 3 though, wasn't it? No, that was 4. But yeah, still absurd. And 3 another round. That inflated a lot of people's scores. Especially Fruit and Feinberg. Wasn't huge enough. Oh, it's Hole in the Wall that inspired the change? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I was wondering when I saw it in Sky Battle why that change was made, but the fact that Hole in the Wall inspired it and they just applied it to everything, that makes more sense. Yeah, it was first seen in Sky Battle because Hole in the Wall was benched in Blank Canvas, but Sky Battle was played. Alright, I am finished my predictions, so I should probably end stream now. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I need to find someone to raid. I've never done a raid before. OBS off here. Alright. Thanks, Starvig. Yep, I got the preds done, so... and I'm happy with them. Hopefully they turn out to be pretty good. Does it split the first place bonus only, or does it adds up the bonuses and splits them? So Sky Battle only has a first place bonus, so it just splits the first, but Hole in the Wall has first, second, and third. So if 2 people survive, it'll add the first and second bonus and then split those. If 3 or more survive, then it'll add first, second, and third and split all those. Alright, who's even streaming? I'd like to raid an MCC participant. I mean, I guess I could raid Feinberg? Why not? What do you guys think? Alright, yeah, let's raid Feinberg.
Oh my god.